say just consider your options. I don't think apprenticeships are right for everyone. I don't think university is right for everyone. I think everyone's an individual. You need to decide what you want to do based on you know, your passions, what you enjoy. It's important to enjoy what you do. So, you know, look at all the options is the only thing I'd say to anyone.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I mean, like you know, I finished school with a fairly good set of GCSEs. I went to a college that was not my choice, it was my parents' choice, which meant that I had to go and do A-levels as opposed to the different course that I wanted to do. And I didn't cope, and so I dropped out. But on the day that I dropped out, I got myself a job, so that when I went home, I said, right, okay, so I've got a job and I've dropped out of college. But at the same time, I was like, and I've got an interview for the college that I wanted to go to next week to enrol for September. So I'd kind of put everything in place. But I guess apprenticeships weren't quite so popular when I left school, because I think there was a big thing about apprenticeships, wasn't there? And then it went really quiet, and now we've got this relaunch, which is amazing. So when I left school, there wasn't really the emphasis on apprenticeships. I think had there been, I probably would have looked into it as an option. But I went to college, and that was great, but I made the decision that I didn't want to go to university. I'm not a natural academic, so that kind of scared me. And I just thought, actually, I need to get out into the world of work. That's how I learn. I learn more by doing, observing and doing, rather than learning and then putting into practice. And that's what I did, which was great, and it served me well. But I think for me, you know, I've worked for Southampton City Council now for a long time, and it just got to the point where I wanted to progress. I funded my level 5 CMI, so Chartered Managers Institute course, which I loved. It kind of gave me a bit of a taste for learning again. And then I wanted more, and then the apprenticeship levy came along. So I nudged my manager and said, so how do I tap into this then? Is this open to me? Can I have a go? And that was the key. So I started with it literally within 3 months. I was on the Chartered Managers Degree Apprenticeship with Solent University on the fast track course. So we did a 4-year course in 18 months, which was insanely heavy going, but it was amazing. And actually for me, the learning, the then taking it back into the workplace, putting that into practice, my poor team, they've been my guinea pigs now for the last literally 4 years, because when I graduated, and it was amazing, and I graduated as a chartered manager. So from the flip side, Southampton City Council is slowly building up its chartered managers by supporting employees to do the apprenticeships. Actually, they're reinvesting into their staff team and their employees, which means we deliver a better service, which is better for everybody. Cool. And then I decided that I wanted to go on to the next stage, so I enrolled onto the masters. So I'm now doing a master's in strategic leadership with Portsmouth University, and I'm in my 2nd year. And yeah, it's brilliant. It's really good, and I'm really looking forward to utilising the really sort of strategic level stuff that I've learned. And certainly for me, I plan to use this very much as a springboard into further sort of senior positions and things. And my apprenticeship experience has been fantastic, and I have loved it. But I think, like you said, university isn't for everybody. And being an apprentice at university is very different to being a full-time university student. It's no easier. I wouldn't say an apprenticeship's easier by any stretch of the imagination, because they do expect you to be self-directed in your learning. And I do spend many weekends sat in my study, sort of completing assignments and things, but it's so worth it. And it's cost me nothing, and I've got my first degree and I've got my master's, and I think it's also great that you know, I'm a little bit older, so I have, you know, I've got a child, and, you know, she's able to sort of see that actually it's never too late to go and learn. And, you know, it's a great feeling, that fact that she's really proud of me as well. So yeah, I mean, I think apprenticeships are great, and I think the fact that we can use them not just at the beginning of our career, but, you know, in the middle and even at the end of your career, I think is fantastic. And I think, you know, it's a great opportunity. So I would urge, personally, I'd urge anybody to just go and look and just see what's available, really.